Look, if you're going to buy jewelry, if you're going to spend your money and invest in jewelry, jewelry is not a necessity, right?
No.
We know this. Some people will say it is. I get it, but when we get down to the nitty gritty, clothing, shelter, food, water, football, these are things that are a necessity in the world, right? These are things that we can't live without. But jewelry, let's face it, it's not a survival technique. However, if you are going to, which I do, Dion does, lots of us invest a lot of our money in these incredible handcrafted pieces, you want to invest in the right pieces. You want it to be made with love. You want it to be made in a traditional sense, if you can get it, that is. Pieces like this, which are more than any other line of jewelry that we feature, made with tradition, made with history. 2,000 years of history to Balinese jewelry. Shay, they're washing down some of the rough that came off the mountain only a couple of days ago. Come inside. So this is where all the rough is processed after it comes down from the mine. And as you can see, this is a proper workshop. Come over here, this is really interesting. Now, Troy's over there busily sorting through some of the rough. How you doing, Troy?
Good, how are you?
All right, make sure you get the best for us, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, if you look at these 3 tubs at the back, and if you were to times that by 10, so 30 of those tubs, that would represent over 2 months' worth of back-breaking work at the mine up the mountain. And this is the standard grade that you see, this lovely sort of strawberry ice cream pink colour. That's by far the majority of the colour that comes off the mountain. But what you want to see, mind the lamp, is this. This is the AAA grade. These 2 tubs weigh about 100 kilos between them. And this is the finest 5% from those 30 tubs that came off the mountain with over 2 months' worth of work. And this colour is the colour that we here at Shop LC are going to bring to you. They were the first Europeans, basically, to start looking at the cosmos properly. Galileo in the 15th century was imprisoned for saying that the Earth wasn't the centre of the universe because he was starting to use telescopes, right? And he realised that the Earth actually revolved around the sun and not the other way around. And he said at the time that the sun was the centre of the universe. We know now that isn't the case, but with the technology at that time, that's what he believed. And he was actually imprisoned for it by the Catholic Church. And he had to denounce his belief in order to be let out of prison. Although he still believed it, he had to publicly say, okay, I was wrong, the Earth is the centre of the universe. We now know that is not the case at all. So the Italians at that point were looking up at the stars, and they started to be influenced by it a lot. And they came up with something called a Saturn pendant, which is all about seizing one's own destiny in their life. Now, what Joseph and his company did, they took that Italian idea, they went to Vicenza in Italy, and they crafted a Saturno necklace instead of the pendant, which is what this is. My wife and I bought